welcome back to the channel. And how you all doing today? I'll tell you how I'm doing. It's damn snowing, it's cold, and someone please send me back to Texas where it was 85 degrees, blue skies, and sunshine. Not 2.5 feet of snow and more snow coming. Such is my life. Well, now that we got that over and the greetings and all the fun stuff, how's it going, guys? I don't expect anybody to be to watch me at this time of day. This is early on, but hell, maybe you were going to listen to me while you're at work. Maybe you're not. Once again, I have the time to do this, and we did a stream last night, and that's our typical Mondays or Mondays live at 7 type deal. But we definitely are going to be doing some streaming here today. Here's to you. Yeah, coffee again. Yeah, I drink a lot of it in the wintertime. Summer, not so much. So when I'm nice and warm, I don't really crave it as much. So, if you're just tuning in, this is an unconventional hour, an unconventional type stream. It's cold, it's snowing, and like it says, please send me back to Texas where it's warm. I just really can't deal with this no more. This bad weather that New England has all the time. Yep, I got the whole Fu Manchu type mustache thing going on here, but this, guys, will be going away very shortly. Just like the beard went away, this will be going away too, because I have to play Daemon Targaryen in a couple weeks. So, but hey, if you like this look, let me know, because when I'm not playing a character that requires me not to have facial hair, I can grow it back. As of last night, you saw a stream on me doing these. That's right, we did these. Fits right in the back of my little SCX30. Look at that. Boom. That's kind of cool. It would just go boom like that. Yeah, get it mandified. But yeah, you saw me doing these, and that was the stream last night. This one. This one is something happened, and it's a little soft as far as how it cured. So that's a reject. I had 2 rejects out of the 10 I casted. And that's a thing. Sting! Hey! How's it going, man? How's it going? So this was a thing. And right now we have the SCX30 right here. I literally have to find the charger because I'm still trying to find where everything is, because I just got back from Texas just a few days ago, and I'm still getting accustomed to home life again, because life on the road is completely different. So I need to find my charger, because there's a hobby shop, and we will be streaming live when we go from there, hopefully, probably via phone. But a bunch of us are going to go, and we're going to take and run some little tiny trucks. I know the 110 scales considered tiny trucks, but we're going to call these the mini me trucks, I guess. Because tiny trucks is a general term for all RCs. This is a whole new meaning to that size. My SCX 30 is bone stock, as you can see here, and you know, it will remain that way for the time being, because money is short. Maybe after my gig at the end of the month, if I make enough money, maybe I can get some upgrades going, and when that happens, we'll be streaming that too and showing you working on this live, and you can see all my frustrations on my face with these little tiny parts. It does happen. You do get frustrated. But enough about this. We got work to do. Work, you say? Yes, I work. Work is a never-ending process here. Um, I gotta demold an egg. Sting 77. Sting 77. If you're still there, I did say hi, but you know, you can feel free to chat. I will literally answer when you put in as soon as I see it. But coffee, good. We're gonna probably need a lot of this. Coffee's good. All right, so let's get to it. No one's chatting in the chat, so we might as well get, like they say, God hates a coward. Might as well get to it. The big deal here is back here. And in this very heavy box. You see inside here, this is silicone. This is a silicone mold. I made this. Before we continue, can you tell me whether our sound is doing good? Inside here, this is silicone. This is a silicone mold. I made this. From my end, the sound seems to be a lot better, and I did trying a new technique with the sound. So, huzzah if the sound goes good. All right, so this is a box that chemicals came in. When you're making a mold, you have to make a something that that we contain, like containment walls. When it comes to silicone, that could be anything you want it to be. I have foam board that I can glue into a box to mold, depending on what you're molding. But I always hang on to some boxes from shipping, from stuff coming in, to make my molds out of. Because sometimes you just have that right little box that you have, and it's perfect for molding, which was the case here. And I didn't have to like cut the foam board, glue the foam board, and that. You still have to reinforce all the seals with glue, and make sure the box is 100% leak proof. And even then, you might get a leak, so therefore you have to put it over something that actually the leak. If it does leak, it ain't gonna make a mess. Always think about the worst case scenarios and be prepared for it. But hope for the best, because a mess up mold is very expensive, especially something this size. Because this is silicone, which is an oil-based product. This is one hefty mold. Now, the reason you use foam board or cardboard and stuff is to get the mold out of that form, you're gonna just destroy the box. So makes sense to hang on to a few cardboard boxes that you may be able to use. I don't hang on to all of them, but I do hang on to a select few, and I just happened to have the perfect size for doing this egg right there. That's the point. Nobody. No, it says one watching. Started streaming 11 minutes ago, and kind of figured it's that kind of day. We won't get that many people watching at this time of day. Everyone's working, and I unfortunately don't have a job at the current moment. So, hence stream midday, get some content. You guys can go back and watch it anytime you want. Start tearing the mold apart. You're literally just destroying the cardboard to get to the mold that you made. That's it. That's all you're doing. This cardboard's good and thick, so good and thick. Where's my knife? Ugh. I need a knife. Make this go quicker. Not that I want the stream to go quicker, but I do want access to it. But you got to be careful. You don't want to cut your silicone. Just don't want to do that. Let's free this bad boy. See, you see all the tape and stuff? That was all important. And here we go. Open this up. Making content at a time of day when everyone's at work is probably not the best idea. But maybe someone somewhere is actually watching. Maybe people will actually go back and watch this. I don't know. I really don't know. Getting into this thing is kind of a chore. Lots of tape. Even with all this tape, let me show you something. Even with all this sealed in box, and I went over all the seams with hot glue and all the tape that's on here, it still started to leak. It didn't leak completely out, but it started to leak. So you can take that as you will. I just have to get one of these sides off. Come on. Damn, this is some thick cardboard. I thought I cut it the right... I thought I cut it down that... I want to take it all at once so I could open it up and just get to the mold. But it's fighting me. Definitely fighting me. Everything wants to kung fu fight me. Um, Jesus. You would think this would come easier, but it don't. Just open. That's not. Problem is, it's such a tight mold that I can't. Can't get my fingers under it to pop it. So now, use a little persuasion. Because the egg is in the middle of this gel. The gel part is the mold. Like I said, you literally destroyed the box. Especially to get this out. Oh. Well, at least I got one person watching. That's probably me monitoring everything. See, big cube of silicone. That's right, ladies. Same thing that breast implants are made out of. Oof. Literally. Big blue silicone here. I picked a really tough box to make a mold. Tough box. Alright. Alright. Another chunk of plastic, cardboard gone. Literally, this thing does not want to come out. See, I know I split this tape. Come on. Really? Giving me such difficulties here. Such difficulties. Don't wanna come loose. It doesn't want to come loose. Come loose. Dang it. I chose to do this live. What was I thinking? This thing's fighting me. Fighting me. The whole way. You'd think it just pop out, but it's in there tight. It's in there really tight. I'll pick that up later. It's a gelatinous cube. You know, you know. Come here, boy. What's up? As you say, gotta oil them boxes, my boy. Yeah, I probably should have. Never had this problem before though, where it's been stuck like this. This is pretty damn well stuck. This damn mold is so big. I just need to get to the top freed. So the screwdriver comes in handy for it. Aha! We're getting somewhere. It's still satisfaction when you work really hard on something to get it out. And you pull a big chunk off, isn't it? This is like, oh, I'm getting somewhere. And, oh yeah, we're definitely getting somewhere now. Oh yeah. That's what I mean about Superbox. And there we have it, a mold. Woohoo! I think that deserves a sip of, well, now it's cold coffee because it's cold down here. All right. What do we have in here? Well, now I gotta figure out where the seam line is. I gotta free it because I actually did what I was supposed to do to keep it from sticking to itself, but as we know, nothing always goes according to plan. So as you can see, some of the Vaseline right there. Yes, you can use Vaseline as your release agent. But when doing this, things tend to never go exactly as you planned. I put keys into the silicone. So the silicone side should interact, because that's what a key does. Line up, so they make sure that you line them up the right way. Alright. Right here, if you can see it, this is my fill spot. That's the bottom of the egg. Right there. There, can you see that? So when I designed the mold, I made a fill spot. And you can see there's Vaseline on that side, there's Vaseline on that side. I thought I put a decent amount of Vaseline. But here, where is my blade? That is not good when one loses one's blade. We might still need a knife to get this separated. And the reason being is, as good as you think you are, silicone some will only stick to silicone, so you use the Vaseline as a barrier, so when you do the second half, it doesn't stick to itself. But 9 times out of 10, it finds a way to sticking to itself. So I am it wants to go. See? It snuck around on the outside on this one. Alright, it wants to go. We're trying to open this thing up. But you want to be careful, because it's a lot of money. Maybe not to some of you, but for me, this is. And you can see that so this would be the top, because the bigger part would probably be the bottom. So even though this was the bottom at first, it's an egg. You've seen one egg, you've seen them all, right? There's my split. Can you see the split? Right there. My keys were supposed to be in the corner, and that might have been where the problem will lie, because it seems to be attached here and here where I'm going to have to cut it. But we'll go around my split, getting that defining that edge, so I know exactly where to cut. Yep. Come on, baby. Daddy wants a new pair of shoes. That one's nice. Right to that corner, and then I'm going to have to cut it. My keys may or may have not worked. I mean, you can see it right there. Boom. See? That's where it's attached. I think every corner probably is like that. Now, the egg is in the center of this gelatinous mess. Gelatinous cube. If you know, you know. And, we are just going to have to persuade it a little bit. See, now I got that. Got this corner separated. That's all it takes. It's just silicone. Right there, you see. Right there is probably my problem. So we stick the blade flat, hopefully. I even need the blade. Well, maybe. Stick the blade flat if you can. To release this damn mold. Alright, that's separated. I think that one's separated. Right there. There we go. Boom. That one should be separated. We got 3. Oof, this one's gonna need some work, I think. A little thicker. Boom. Alright, we got all 4 sides separated now. Hey, Camaro boy, if you're watching or listening, dude, how's the volume today? Does it sound better? I'm trying something new with I'm using my phone as the microphone and not the microphone on the Mevo. So now, if I did my homework right, it's not even homework, guys. Like I am really good at what I do, and that's not me patting my back. I have years of experience, and making molds out of silicone is probably my favorite method because silicone only sticks to silicone. And I could pretty much duplicate just about anything if you give me enough time to plan out the mold correctly. So, but there's always that small percentage that something goes wrong and the outcome isn't what you wanted. It's a small percentage. No matter how good you are at something, you got to remember that when you're dealing with this stuff. Whew. Slightly more. Now I'm using my fingers to try to any stragglers to separate this because there is going to be some sticking. Like I said, no matter how good you are, like any place that you didn't get the Vaseline on as the barrier, or if you didn't put enough, you want to put it. It has to be smooth and thin so it doesn't take away from the detail. But you also have to put enough on it that it actually does the job. And when you're doing the keys, my keys were holes, so I put some on a brush. I went like this inside the holes. There may or may not have been spots that got in. Like, that's one of my keys. Now I'm working my fingers in deep. Awesome, Camaro boy. Volume seems good, crisp, and clear. I am glad that I figured that problem out. I am learning, guys. I am learning. I'm not great with electronic stuff. And, oh, there's a problem in there. I can feel it. there's a problem in there. So, here's my case in being that something goes wrong that you can't expect. There's definitely some resistance here because the silicone, where I didn't put enough Vaseline, so I thought I put enough Vaseline as a mold release, but the starting to let go. I feel it starting to let go. I'm in the cavity of the egg. Yep. Just take your time. You might not want to take your time. To get it to release. Because chances are, it's a series of little tiny pieces that are still sticking to each other. As you make your way around, making it wider. And hey, I'm starting to see this side is getting pretty good. Now I should have done more with the Vaseline. I wouldn't have had this problem if I did more with the Vaseline. That is the problem. That just yeah, I mean, like the box, it wants to fight me. Everything wants to fight me today. That one's fine. That one's doing alright. Maybe I shouldn't have made those so deep. Yep. We're getting it. I'm slowly able to pull more and more free. A little bit more. Problem is, it's in so deep. The problem area. I can't even get to it with the blade. Where's my other knife? I need a knife really long and thin. I don't have one right in front of me. But I see the problem on this side, but I can't get to it because it's in there deep. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. It's starting to go. It's starting to do its thing. Aha! Got that side free. That side is free. Now we have to roll it. Keeping your fingers inside her. Like it's a girl. You want to keep her wet. You want to keep her wide. Nothing on this side I could see of. So, next problem area. You keep working it. So if you guys don't know, this happens because I didn't put enough release, evidently. And this is one of those things that you can't foresee. That doesn't mean the mold's bad. Mold is fine. I just got to get it. It's not even very thick where it's connected. It's just hard to reach. And like you see here, this whole side's released. Both these sides are released. I got 2 to go. I think I only have 1 to go, really. I think this side's released. So it's just this side left to work free where it might be stuck. And yep, it's just this side. So we just work on it very slowly. To get it released. I mean, it's not like it's inches of rubber I'm trying to break through. It's like little strands. So you know how you got tendons in your body and they hang on to your muscle fibers, hang on by the tendons and stuff, and connect to the bone, and they're just little strands. Well, lots of little strands, when they come together, make it so it's very strong. So if you have one strand by itself, it's not very strong. If you have an area that has lots of these little very thin strands, like lots of elastics holding together, it now becomes strong. That's what's going on right now. Because I didn't, once again. I thought I put enough, but these are things that happen. And you just got to work at it. You don't want to just go willy-nilly with a knife. Going willy-nilly with a knife will end up hurting your mold. You just got to find where the problem is, identify the problem, and work on it until it's not a problem no more. Like so. Alright, that side. That part is getting there. You just keep working at it. Come on, baby. Where are we stuck now? Right there. Right where my finger is. What's the problem in this corner? Oh. Little strands. Come on, little strands. Come loose. All right. Little strands. You hear that popping? That's how you know you're working the problem of it coming loose. Not to mention this. Has a lot. I would show you if I could, but I can't. So my egg has thumbtacks. It was a foam core with thumbtacks and then painted and sealed and stuff. Now think about that. Thumbtacks. That was how I made my egg. I wanted it to feel real. I wanted. Some people go 3D print. I didn't want 3D printed. I wanted. 3D printing is nice for some things, but my application required a little bit more me than pushing a button and hitting print. Which I do have the capabilities of doing the 3D printing thing, but and it's coming. As you can see, it's getting wider. It's not like you're just watching me wrestle. I hear it popping. Come on, baby. Light my fire. There we go. Ah! Whew. And like I said, thumbtacks. That one came out. And you can see silicone, silicone, silicone. All these little spots is where it found its way into a spot to hear itself. And the inside of my mold looks like that. Obviously, I gotta do some cleanup. And if I was drinking, man, that one would have caused me to drink. These are my keys. See how deep I made my keys? So the mold can only go together one way. And now I gotta work on getting this out. Well, that's my egg. And that's the male end of the key. That's the female end of the key. But yeah, that's where we're at. I've been getting this out. You can see on the egg, all those little blue that's sticking here. Those are all little cracks that, once again, the silicone found its way into the egg, and those were all spots it was holding on. Didn't want to let go, and that's what I was working. The problem was, and I'm sure it's going to be on this side too, but it's a little easier now that it's not one giant cube of gelatin that I can pull. Maybe I can show you. I don't know if you could see that with me pulling that like that, but you can see it's stuck on the egg where it's made its now I did say silicone only sticks to itself. Here's the problem. Silicone's a Rubbermaid product. The egg is coated with undercoating to keep thumbtacks into place. So literally the egg has been coated in rubber and then painted. And that leaves areas, if you're not super careful, areas that you can't really plan for too much. I should have.
I'll be back, bud.
Uh huh.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Just working with my small flathead here, making sure there's no more sticking to the side. Oh, there's a big spot here. As we just as we work this out, making sure I'm running this right around it, trying to make sure that there's no tendons, so to speak, stuck to the side like there, and when I come across one I just free it up from it and I continue working around that problem. Yep. Now I got Vaseline all over my hands. And then, remember this little spot where I said is the pour spot? It's going to be hung down there. I got to slowly push on that spot, which is the bottom of the egg, and slowly work it loose. Oh. That's another thumbtack coming loose. And see, this is why I had to do this. If these ever came loose with a child, I mean, we're talking people are having their child hold this, like we're talking like babies. And if this ever came loose and someone got hurt, that's a lawsuit. So I gotta make it a different, out of something different. Yeah. Oh, that's a nasty spot where it's holed up. Nasty spot where it's holed up. It's holed up really good in there. Working the problem once again. Breaking those tendons. And slowly able to move this a little further. Got 2 people watching. I'm glad that at least 2 people are watching. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. Whew, it's really down in there. There's some tendons. Yep. Just gotta keep working them. Yep. As it curves around for that top piece, there's some tendons there. Definitely some tendons. Which is surprising. Don't do that. Going with the small one, you're just popping the tendons. You're just stretching like elastic bands. You're working on pulling it away. And you're in there pretty deep because this is pretty deep mold. Yeah, that side's good. Let's see where we are. Oh, we got some there. That side's good. Now I just gotta hear that? That's a good sign. See, I can move it. Now, yeah, 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 we're getting it. Yeah, we're getting it. Lost quite a few thumbtacks. It's all right. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, some more thumbtacks. Voila. We got it out. That's some work. Now, thumbtacks. Are in the mold, which I gotta pull. they're whole. And that's the other half. This is your pour hole. See? Of whatever your material you're casting, and voila. What do you think, guys? That was a lot of work, wasn't it? That was a bit. I'll put my thumbtacks back into this egg, but this egg is going to be retired because I'm going to make a new one. But as you can see, see, a little paint, good as new. Little bit more rubber coating on it. I know I have more thumbtacks. I got to find where the holes that they came out of. Which one of them is, I think, is right here. Because that silicone got in behind. It's one that's supposed to go right here. The silicone got in behind them. Caused so much havoc. There's that. Two more spots. Well, that one just wants to come out. Get rid of this. And that's my egg. I mean, there's obviously there's a couple spots somewhere. Generally where the silicone was the most prominent. I'll have to fix that later. But and this is the mold now. Needs some cleaning up. Overall, you can see it has the pattern. Like 2 are watching. Nice. Like this. I gotta clean this up. There we go. Nice pattern. Let's take a look at this. Now we got the 2 halves. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this somewhere. Let's put that on the shelf for now. Ta-da! I gotta clean this one up a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, this is the top of your mold, where the pour hole is. This is the bottom of your mold. These are the keys. The keys go into corresponding holes. You can't get that wrong because 3 are marked, 1 isn't. This is your opening spot. You put the keys into their holes, and voila. And then, whatever you're molding out of, you pour it into this hole, fill it right up to the tip of the hole, and you have yourself an egg. That being said, you do have to put tape up around the seams even with the keys. Keys are just to make sure you have it lined up right. So, and I wasn't joking. You could see my brush strokes in the silicone where I had the mold release agent. And generally, your first two pulls, well, your first pull is going to clean out any other particles that are stuck inside where the scales and stuff are, because that's all that is rubber and paint and stuff, and it's silicone. So other than molding a silicone egg, I can pretty much make an egg out of almost anything I want. Now that I have the mold. Yep. And that's what I got for you guys today. I know, not too impressed. I get it. You want the RC stuff. We talked about this. So, oh, don't worry, more RC stuff is coming. I know, but this is stuff I had to do and have to get done. And we've been filming for a while. I've been fighting it for a while. It's time to, like all good things, come to an end. And my thing is, it's snowing out, so I'm going to be focusing on next, probably working on that Stormtrooper helmet in the back there. Way in the back. Finishing that up. Maybe tonight we'll do it as a stream. Or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. But we did definitely get it all made up like that. So, and I'm glad to have my mold because this was just a problem waiting to happen. Now I gotta go and get material and make an egg. Yeah, that's as simple as it comes. And if I'm really good at making an egg, I would make something inside that when you move it, you'll hear it shake. So something encapsulated in something, maybe an egg inside of an egg. I don't know. Any thoughts? Camaro boy, yes sir, you got it out. Yes, Camaro boy, I did. I got it out, worked on it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of patience, well, a lot of patience and a lot of persuasion, but I got it out. Now I gotta go make an egg, which I don't have any. I don't have enough chemicals. I don't think I have to order some, which is always the ongoing thing when it comes to this. If you guys missed out on this stream, well, you can go back and watch it because it's up there. But if not, we will possibly be streaming tonight. I don't know what time because it depends on how I feel and what the weather is and all that other stuff. I got some other stuff I got to deal with now. So, you know, real life stuff, grown up stuff. This is real life stuff too, but like I literally got to like go and deal with the state of Connecticut, which is no fun. But it has to get done, and it's something I have to do, and I've been putting it off now for 3 weeks, which is not good. So now I got to do it. But tonight, we very well will be doing another stream. We very well probably will be working on the Stormtrooper helmet. Once again, not RC stuff, but we will be doing RC stuff again shortly. I told you at the beginning of the stream, if the RC stuff you're looking for, we're going to be streaming live from the time machine, crawling SCX 30s and SCX 24s next week. And there'll be a couple of these little guys, and there'll be some 24s, and you'll meet some of the Rough Riders because I know at least two of them are coming. Well, possibly coming because life has a way of changing things on us. And I'll reach out to some of the other ones and see what they think. Camaro boy, you'll keep an eye out for a notification. Oh yes, brother. I'll do you one better. I'll drop you a little helpful reminder later on tonight. As you know, man, it's snowing, so then that's not my favorite time of year. Some people love it. I'm not so crazy about it. Well, my friends, keep the faith and keep on trucking, keep the rubber side down, as they say. And get off that recliner. walk to your door, turn the handle, because you never know what adventure awaits. And I'll see you around the globe. Now get out there, play hard, and play dirty. Love you guys. See you tonight.